Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my fire family. How is it going? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here and all of the above. You know how I like to gush on y'all for all the ways you've been in the comments and the thumbs up and the sharing and the hey. Thanks so much for all of that. I appreciate you. I'm here to do a reading for you for the week ahead, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My friends, welcome to the new week. As I drop these cards, it is a Tuesday. You might get these just past midnight on a Wednesday, but I hope that Monday didn't push you around, didn't treat you mean. Here we go. What is coming up for Aries in the week ahead, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up for Aries, please? Aries, if you're interested in a private read at all, please look below this video. You will find a link that says more. Click on that. You'll find out everything that you need and how to book a private reading. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords. We start out with some clarity. You've got questions. Feels like there is something, a big idea, some clarity. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you have a brand new business idea. That's what I want to say. And it makes you a little bit nervous, I'm going to say, because with the Nine of Wands here, I want to say that you're not quite used to winning. Now, the thing is this, is the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, is someone who's resilient. So I think you're the person who Rambos it anyway, like someone who puts their head down and rams it all, right? I feel like that you are the one who does it anyway. You do it scared, you do it mad, you do it upset, you do it anxious. I feel like you just do it anyway. So I feel like you have some sort of a business idea, wondering if it's going to work. Is it going to work? Will it fail? I feel like it's exciting for you though. She's holding up an Ace of Wands with 8 wands behind her. So it feels like it's an exciting endeavor or a brand new idea. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Two of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Cups. It does feel like there is some sort of a business idea that you might have. It's like you're telling yourself, I got to get out of this energy of feeling like it's going to fail even before I've started. But that's the plight of the wounded warrior. You're used to taking, you come from the school of hard knocks. You're used to getting knocked on the head once in a while. And I feel like regardless of whether you get knocked on the head or not, from whatever the past has brought you, I feel like you are resilient enough just to shoulder that shit and you just keep moving here. Keep your head down, right? And keep going. So we have the Ten of Swords here. Is it something that is going to end in disaster? This new idea that you have, I feel it's like, the 9 and the 1 tells me that it's like I need, the 10 is here and then we have the Ace here. It feels like you need to stop feeling like everything is always going to fall in, like everything is not going to work. I feel like you have this idea, this new opportunity, and it does feel like a business opportunity, one that's going to materialize and make you money. I feel like you're in the Two of Swords, though. Maybe you don't have all the details. Maybe you can't see everything for what it is, or maybe you don't want to, but this person has their eyes covered and they're feeling blocked, right? And I feel like the block comes from maybe not really having any gains in the past. I think that when I look at this Knight of Cups is telling me it's up to me. It's up to me. I can choose to hold this cup and keep it for me. It's up to me. And it feels like there is, it's really so brave after having been betrayed or had terrible endings in the past, things that didn't work out for you, feeling like people stabbed you in the back. It feels like you just continue to move along resolutely. Like you just know that there is something better coming up in the future. I think though it plays on your mind. I feel as though you remember You remember heartbreak. You remember what it feels like to be hurt or disappointed. I feel like you're going to start small. Look, baby steps, they all add up to something super big, right? They all do. And so I think baby steps is the way to go if that's what you're doing here. Tell me about further to the week ahead, please. We have something that's coming to the surface, a truth, something that had been concealed from you is about to raise its head. It's some sort of a creative, exciting, or passionate new path here. It's a challenge, though. The challenge is it's going to surprise you. And I don't know, do you like surprises? I feel like there is going to be some sort of energy that surprisingly shows up in the future. So this is the week ahead. This is a little bit further to that. Going into the end of the month, we're taking a peek there. And let's talk about it here. Tell me about why you feel like the wounded warrior. You feel like possibly this could all fall in, although it's an exciting opportunity. You're holding up the Ace of Wands, so I feel like it's an opportunity, an exciting one, a creative endeavor of sorts, but you're worried that it's not going to work out. Why? The Lovers, because of a choice you need to make here. I feel like whatever choice you're making is the right one because the Sun is here with the Lovers, and the Lovers is the choice. Yeah, you need to move forward slowly here. It's like you need to be very clear about your intentions. I want to say that if it's something that went wrong here in the past, and that may be the reason why you're feeling too blocked to begin anything new. Now, this could be a business, this could be a job, this could be relationship related. You get to make that decision. But we do have the Lovers here. And if you're thinking about this in relationship circumstances, I feel that there is somebody that you put all of your trust in, somebody that you thought you saw clearly, somebody that you felt was smart, very intelligent, somebody who knows how to grow something from nothing. It feels like there is such clarity in the mind, though. Such clarity of the mind, making decisions. But I feel like with this Queen of Swords that it tells me that maybe you broke away from a relationship or you're breaking away because this is the divorcee. So it feels like you had to stand up on your own 2 feet and finally say something to someone. Look, I've got to say it. I can't ignore it anymore. It's in my face. Look, you can avoid the sun for a while by closing the drapes and pulling the blinds, but you can't stay away from it forever. It's going to find you. You know, it comes in and it's going to find its way in. An open door, an open window, right? I want to say that for some of you that you've been betrayed in the worst way after making some sort of a decision, and it ended up adding to the wounded warrior energy that you carry. I feel like it was a betrayal by someone that you really trusted, someone that you really thought was very honest. And I feel like this person betrayed you. And the thing is this, the reason I'm mentioning it is whether they were a family member or a friend or a lover, it feels like this betrayal is kind of, carrying on through the reading because it ends up being here, this block. And you trying to convince yourself that it's okay, I can do this for me. I can love me even though I've survived this betrayal. I can love me anyway. Tell me about this Ace of Swords, please. What's the big idea? It does feel like a big idea. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Nine of Cups, so it feels like it's a really great idea. One that you feel is going to bring you ultimate happiness, but you're keeping it to yourself. Good job. You got to keep those ideas to yourself. I feel like you're holding on to the idea of I can make myself happy. I can do this alone. I can make myself happy. We've got the moon. But it is scary. I know that. I'm alone too. And although I'm not lonely, I do a lot of things myself, and I do them scared. I do them sad. I do them terrified. I do them anxious. Yeah, I still do them. But I feel like that's the position that you're in, Aries. I'm feeling that energy for you, that the moon is here. And I feel like you're holding on to happiness even though things can look pretty dark. I feel like you're trying to, how can I say, re-up. I want to say that you're grabbing the pain that you experienced here and you are transmuting that into power, I feel. And it's coming out as some sort of a new business idea or new beginning here. Let's talk about that. Tell me about Aries and the Page of Pentacles here. This could be some sort of opportunity that finds you, or possibly it's an idea that you have to start something new. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Whatever it is going to grow quickly. It's going to go from the page to the 10. So this is an idea that is going to be very lucrative for you, my friend. But it feels like you're a little bit stuck. You know what? It almost feels like the moon energy. It's like things are not as they seem. So I want to say, if you have questions, Eight of Swords, about some big idea, Eight of Swords, or Ace of Swords, I feel like this big idea is something that frightens you because the Nine of Cups is right here. That you're holding on to the Nine of Cups, but you can't see the way forward. It feels like it's too dark, or you don't see it coming, but you have this idea. I feel it goes from the Page of Pentacles to the 10 like that, but it feels like whatever this is so big it terrifies you. It almost feels like it slows you down, makes you put the brakes on, look around closely, slowly, right? Pentacles, we're moving very slowly towards a goal, and I feel like at some points, how good it can be terrifies you just a little bit. There it is. I feel like you're starting a business. That's what it feels like. You're starting a business. And just listening. So Aries, of course, is the Emperor. You do have some sort of skill. And I want to say it's a skill that you've honed over years and years. You've become the Emperor because you've learned a lot of lessons and gained a lot of wisdom. You are the subject matter expert on something. And although I feel that you get all kinds of respect for the knowledge that you have, I don't think you command it. Like, I don't think that you are someone who demands that people treat you like the Emperor. I do believe that people do that just because of the energy that you bring to a room. So what's between you and the 10 Pentacles is the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's not believing in yourself. It's not believing that you can do it. It's like this thing could end up so freaking big that it terrifies me. And so I think it makes you put the brakes on just a little bit. You're brave. You are. You're brave. You're the person who is the subject matter expert here. But then we have the lingering Two of Swords, right? Some sort of a block. What is it that you can't get over? Because I see some sort of a block between you and your abundance here. It's the Six of Swords in the reverse, which is like I can't move from somewhere, or I feel like I'm stuck. I'm in this some sort of stagnant energy. Tell me about the Two of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Four of Wands. Okay. So what I feel is that you're trying to carry on and continue to open a business, find your 10 Pentacles. I feel like it's uncertain. You have a lot of questions with the Ace of Swords under here. It's uncertain for you because with the Two of Swords, we're coming up with the Hanged Man. You're kind of stuck at this place with a block, and I think it's because of this. I feel like you are coming out of some sort of a relationship. Or maybe you're selling your house. Maybe you're moving, right? Maybe you're thinking about moving. Maybe you are moving. Take it as it resonates, because the World card and the Four of Wands tells me that something is ending. Something is not ever going to be as it was before. You're hitting some type of milestone. And I think it's because of the Hanged Man, because you've taken your time to look at the situation for what it really is. It feels like the block is the Six of Swords, that you feel stuck, like you can't move forward because it's like you need to sell the house, or this is a relationship where you've closed the door possibly. There's no more stability here in this relationship, so you've made a sacrifice with the Hanged Man energy to get rid of this house, or this relationship needs to come to an end. Something here, it's a chapter of something. So it's like you've come to a place of achievement. You've achieved something you wanted to do, but it wasn't necessarily the happiest thing that you've ever done here. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, please. I feel like you're not interested in a relationship right now, that you are keeping this love for yourself, this cup for yourself here. We have the Three of Cups, and we have the Two of Wands. So you're at the crossroads here, and I feel like what you're going to be focused on is fun, being with friends, having social times. And I feel like if you haven't been social in the last little bit, that's about to take off for you. The Eight of Wands is here with the Three of Cups. I feel like it's a small soul tribe that you have, but I feel like it's like going out to social events and socially engaging with people. I think that's about to speed up for you. I think that you have decided that you are at the crossroads here, and that you're keeping this cup for yourself. I've never seen the Knight of Cups like that before, but it feels like I'm keeping this love for me. All right, what's this? What is this? There is something that is coming to the surface here, something that is going to surprise you. Something that was concealed from you before. It's the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is excitement. It's an exciting creative endeavor, or it's a path of passion. But I feel like it's going like this, whatever's coming to the surface here is going to surprise you. We've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the Page of Cups. It could be a surprise apology that carries you on to this new path of passion. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in the reverse, please. Is this further to the week ahead? This is the week ahead. This is a little bit further. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's something that's been moving really slowly, that we've been waiting on. We've been waiting on, but it's about to pick up in speed because the Chariot's here. It feels like somebody's waited to reveal their feelings. They've had feelings for a really long time. Now, I don't know if that's you or somebody else, but someone is going to reveal their feelings. We've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Four of Cups, and we have the Empress. So there we are. The Two of Cups is in the reverse, and the Four of Cups is here. We've got 6 cups here. I want to say that the Empress is here, and this is someone I feel who had offered you a cup way back when. I think you turned them down with the Two of Cups in the reverse. And with the Four of Cups, it feels like, yeah, you just ignored their cup here, that the Empress went on to be very successful. Maybe we weren't dealing in emperors and empresses the last time you saw each other, but we do have an Empress that has offered you a cup in the past, and I feel that you said no. Two of Cups in the reverse. You may have already been in a thing, maybe you weren't, but I don't think that you were interested in the company of the Empress. They may have not been an Empress at the time, though. Tell me about this. Yeah, things have become much more stable between you. This was a really stable, grounded, and consistent friendship, I want to say, but then something happened and we argued. Ten of Cups is in the reverse. Okay, so I really feel, Aries, that you may have been in another situation that was slowly dying, and maybe the Empress jumped the gun. That the Empress thought because you were in a situation that was slowly dying in the past, that you were having a hard time, that you were throwing down your swords and walking away from another relationship here. You can see that the World card is here. I feel like you and the Empress were friends, and that you had a pretty solid, sturdy friendship here. And this person knew that there was something going on in your relationship, that you were either falling out of love or something wasn't working for you. So this person offered you a cup, but I felt like you think you couldn't take it because you needed to get out of this first. That the Ten of Cups was here, and it was already failing. It was nothing to do with the Empress. I feel like it was a complete and totally separate issue, but when it came down to it and the Empress sensed, right, the psychic energy of the Empress sensed that something was going on here, something that had been stable became unstable, and you were arguing with somebody. It feels like this friendship suffered for it. When this person offered you the cup, they broke the friendship. I feel like there is something going on here with these two that, yeah. Nope, I'm not going to go into the extended this time. I'm not going to do it. So I want to say that you're not really all that confident that the Queen of Wands is interested in you. And that you two have been holding your ground after, some heavy burdens that were created by you. You used to have a lot of fun together. And I feel like the fun is over, and we've got the fun here, the reciprocity, the Death card, right? The Death card is here in reverse. It inevitably came to an end, this friendship. It became burdensome. We stood our ground. And now I think you're wondering, you're not so confident that this person actually even wants you back. I'm going to leave that right there, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I will be back because I'm always back. Thank you so much for all the ways you've been loving on this channel. I'm going to go. And we'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.